For more on this conversation, we're now joined by IFP KZN Provincial Chairperson Thami Ntuli, and he joins us via our video link. Thami, thank you so much for joining us here on SABC News this evening. Of course, we have seen the mayor of eThekwini come under serious fire for not spending that 1.2 billion rand grant that was given to the city of eThekwini because of infrastructure recovery in that city. You want him gone purely because he did not spend this money.
Well, thank you very much to yourself and to the viewers, and thank you for having me. Well, as the IFP, our call is not informed only by the failure to spend money, but we're making this call because of the situation in which the people of eThekwini are faced with. You know that eThekwini used to be a glorious city, but the challenges which are there in eThekwini, even some that were posed by the disaster that have been not attended, and some which are showing a lack of urgency in terms of service delivery. When then a grant of this nature is allocated to the municipality and the municipality fails to use a grant while it is in a dire situation in terms of service delivery, it shows the lack of leadership, and the people are a victim. The citizens of eThekwini are a victim. Hence, we are worried as the IFP, and we have been raising issues of the lack of service delivery. And when then a grant is availed, then we see a situation where the municipality will even go for applying for a rollover, because when you apply for a rollover, you only apply because you did not spend what you're supposed to spend at a time in which you were given. We had the reaction that no, they just received whatever in March, but the truth of the matter is that to receive at any point in time is not something which was decided in March to say, now take this money. It was decided before it even arrived at the municipality, meaning planning, procurement plans, and all the plans had to be put in place and if there was leadership. That is why then as the IFP, we feel that for the problems that we see at eThekwini, it looks like there is no serious conviction to become an overall accounting authority in order to ensure that the people of eThekwini, they get what they deserve.
And Thami, when it comes to transparency, I mean, I think that has been highlighted throughout the past couple of days, that it seems as if the city was really never transparent when it comes to, this grant that was given to the city of eThekwini. And one would ask, how did you as the IFP learn about this before we saw the chaos in council?
In fact, which was quite very unfortunate that what we are saying is what really took place until our councillors got to understand that there is a letter that has been written to Treasury to apply for a rollover, of which they are all clear that immediately the rollover word is used is an evidence that something was not done in terms of providing services to the people. And then they had to report to us as a party that they are faced with this very ugly situation at eThekwini, despite the challenges that the people of eThekwini are faced with, which is in the public domain. And they then said they cannot sit back when there's this, and they wanted our intervention, in which we agreed that the situation, the way it's bad now, it's better for us as the party to call for the mayor to withdraw as a mayor or to resign, and if he's not doing that, to try and convince other parties to collaborate, because at the center, the issue of transparency, which result on oversight not to be actually executed, efficiently when they will only learn when there are problems, that now there are such problems. As a result, people are not receiving the services they are supposed to receive, because that window dressing to only do some of the services and lose such an amount, which is more than a billion, is something, in fact, which is disastrous.
And I mean, $1 billion could do so much for a city like eThekwini. But one would say that you keep on speaking about this rollover. And we've seen reports actually saying that, Treasury has actually rejected, this rollover, and it's only willing to give them a portion of this amount. Do you accept, what the mayor then said, that he was not able to spend that money in 3 months?
That is where we have a problem as the IFP. Hence, I spoke about when the city knew that they were going to receive such an allocation. What then happened as a procurement plan to ensure that on receive, they spend the money accordingly. The procurement plan, if it was not in place, that is poor execution of the duty that they were supposed to actually execute. Even to say a portion, they've been given a permission for a portion, it does not justify that something right has been done for a situation which the people of eThekwini are faced with on a daily basis. The problems, you remember that during the disaster, the storms, some storm waters proved to have been not been maintained and repaired, which is put eThekwini, the people who are living in eThekwini, in a very dangerous situation. Even today, we still have challenges. You recall that even the sea was once closed, and whenever it rains, people of eThekwini, they are not sure what is going to happen to them, apart from the people who are still living in halls or camps, because their houses were affected by the disaster. But even today, they're still there, and you find a situation where more than R1 billion has not to be spent or timeously.
And the bungling of this grant that was given by Treasury, what does it mean, especially for infrastructure development for a city like eThekwini, especially during the December period, where it's meant to make a lot of money, and this is meant, to go towards the development of the economy of the eThekwini municipality?
Absolutely. When the city fails to spend such an amount for the infrastructural development, it poses threat to local economic development. It's going to affect even the emerging entrepreneurs, because when the city is not in a good position, is not seen as a safe city, it's not easy for people to visit eThekwini. You know that the number of the people visiting even at the beaches in eThekwini at certain points in time on regular basis now, you find them being not allowed to go to certain places, as a result showing that there's something wrong with the infrastructure itself, which a long time ago, as the IFP, we raised a concern that at times there was a spillage even towards the very delicate places such as the rivers and the sea. Which we all agreed, including eThekwini, that there were such problems. When then so much is not spent towards a festive season, wherein the business in eThekwini is supposed to make a lot of money. In fact, it poses a threat to the local economic development, which in return will even affect jobs which are there. You know that eThekwini, by its nature, is able to see people migrating from the rural places, and for job opportunities, which they are now affected by the failure to actually execute what is supposed to be done by the municipality.
Mr. Ntuli, thank you so much for your time here on SABC News this evening. That is Thami Ntuli, the IFP KZN Provincial Chairperson, of course, just giving us his insights there when it comes to the bungling of that 1.2 billion rand given to the city of eThekwini.